Hi guys, what's up? Zax here. Today we are here with more Grid Autosport, and today we're going to be doing the street racing, and we're going to be joining Raven West because we had a great offer from them. This is a 4-race event, the first two in Mini Coopers and the second turn I think BMW 1 Series. So Alpine Star Street Circuit Open. This was an event actually that I dominated and then I deleted the file, so a bit annoying, but you know, life goes on. I've got to record this now, so you know, I'll record it again, and hopefully this one will be just as good. Anyway, first race around the San Francisco Short Circuit. Bit of a mouthful, 4 laps. Race number 1 of the weekend. And here we are starting at the back of the grid. So let's make a good start. Both of us at the back actually. Look, me and Nathan McCain, both of us. It looks like they've got like reverse championship position, because we've got like the 2 fastest cars at the back, you could say. And so yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know why I just slammed on the brakes. I think because I was recording this downstairs in my house, and I think my dog was doing something, and I looked around and sort of just, you know, slammed on the brakes. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, going through, you know, up the sort of second half of the lap now. So we're going to just try and find a way past, and that was not clever whatsoever. That was a crash. That was most definitely a crash. It's moved us up to 7th position though, so you know, at the end of the day, who cares? So anyway, up into P7, 4 and a bit seconds behind the leader, and a great line through there to already get past the Golf and my teammate Nathan McCain, and going to the corner a bit sideways. Not too clever, it's smashed into the side by Nathan McCain there. He obviously didn't want me to gain the position, so he smashed me back. But anyway, Wang Yilong is now the person in front. I think we're about 2 and a bit seconds behind him, so whether we're going to catch them or not in this next couple of laps it's going to be quite hard, to be perfectly honest. On hard difficulty, this game really is pretty hard at times, but very hard difficulty is about 3 seconds faster than this, 2 or 3 seconds faster than this, so just give me a little bit more time on this game and I will move it up to very hard at some point, and I will do the qualifying and everything. I might move it up to very hard difficulty when I start the Let's Play, the actual game Let's Play. So now I've got my teammate right behind me, Nathan McCain. He's definitely challenging me hard, and we're definitely catching up to these front lot now. Logan Parker in the Intel Ford Focus is going to be one of the people we're going to be fighting against. Trying to find a way past him. A slight bit of lag here, and I think I decided to stop the recording in a couple of corners and then restart it, just because I felt, you know, it's lagging all over the place at certain points. So I really don't want to be you know, showing laggy gameplay all over the place. So I think it's any second now I just stop the recording, because I feel, yeah, I don't want to be recording and uploading laggy gameplay for you guys. And going through here, smashing into the wall a little bit, and there it is. Right, so we'll get that started up again, but what I decided to do, I think it's been quite a good thing, is try and go through some comments that I've got on these videos and try and just answer the questions for you guys. As you know, I do realise a lot of questions have been asked, and I don't know whether I've really gone through all them properly, so yeah, let's start off with this. A lot of people are saying about the AI, and a question here from BazYT1. I did answer his question, but I think I can go into it a bit more in depth here. He says, it's looking good, but I expected better AI from Codemasters. They said that this should be novice medium, not hard, and that's the difficulty that I'm on now, if you know what I mean. I'm on hard difficulty, like the second highest difficulty, and he's saying that this should be like the medium difficulty, because obviously it's a bit slow in comparison to you know, maybe the fastest drivers out there are definitely going to be lapping probably 3 seconds faster than me, so they'll probably need a very, very hard, either some sort of add-on, or whether that's going to be added into the game before you know, between now and before now and release, they might add in another difficulty. So I do sort of agree with you in a way that I think this should be sort of the medium difficulty, but I don't know, who knows. I don't know if the really, really fast people from like Formula 1 are going to be playing this game, but you know, I do want to have an extra difficulty. I think that, you know, this has been my personal opinion for a long time, that they should just have a difficulty slider, that, you know, you can have 70% all the way up to probably like 130%, and you can slide it to the exact percentage of difficulty that you want. And I mean, R-Factor's done it in R-Factor 1 and R-Factor 2, so why something like Grid can't do it, I don't know. I mean, Codemasters, they've got some great resources, so I think they can do it. I really don't think it is down to memory or anything, just because, you know, R-Factor 1 did it, and that's on like an engine that you could run like PS2 games on, I think. So I really think they can do it, so I don't know why they sort of, you know, no one really experiments with that. You know, MotoGP doesn't, Forza I don't think does. So really the only game out there that does it is R-Factor, I think. I don't know whether it's Assetto Corsa, I'm not too sure. I think Assetto Corsa might do it as well. But apart from that, really not that many people out there actually do a slider difficulty, and I really think that should be implemented into the game. I really think that's going to be a big thing that games should be doing, racing games that is. Anyway, go on to another question. Somebody asking about the graphics, whether they think they're you know, whether they're all that great. And in all honesty, they are pretty amazing. On the PC version, the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions won't be looking as good, but they'll probably still be nice enough to really have a, you know, a good amount of fun with the graphics. That sounds so stupid. You know, to enjoy the graphics, you know, enjoy the look of the game. I really think that they'll still be good enough, but you know, everyone wants the next gen. I mean, I've got a PS4. I said I wasn't going to get a PS4, but I did get a PS4. I know lots of other people out there were not going to get a next gen console, and then they end up doing it. You know, so I think next gen, maybe they missed out on a little bit of the audience there that might not get it because it's not a next gen. But you know, maybe people got a PS4, for example, and sold their PS3, so now they're like, what am I going to do? I want to play Grid Autosport, but I don't have a PC, I don't have a PS3. What am I going to do now? Because I know a lot of people are in that situation of having to sell a PS3 to get a PS4. It's understandable, 100% understandable, just because, you know, PS4s are expensive, and you know, if you want to get any money nowadays, you know, it's a good way just to sell your console. So yeah, I do think that wasn't even your question, but sorry, but I really think they did miss out on the trick of, you know, really going for, you know, next gen as well, or what, you know what I mean. Maybe even though it wasn't an amazing port, maybe it had the best graphics, I still think it would have been good to have it on the next gen consoles, but that's not my decision to make. Omega Ibiza saying it's really cool and whether you can race with the Monster Energy team. I simply replied with yes in that comment, but you know, I think it is quite amazing what they've done with all the sponsors and everything. A lot of people are, you know, I've never had Monster Energy drink, but I know a lot of people do, and they support Monster Energy teams around the world, maybe like motorbikes and stuff, which I think are heavily supported by Monster Energy drink. But you know, a lot of people want to drive as like Monster Energy. You know, there's Intel in there as well. There's some really big name sponsors in there, and you know, there are some that aren't in there, like Red Bull, or I don't know. Looking around my room, what other sponsors going to say? Like Total. You know, just, you know, not all the big names of motorsport. Like obviously Red Bull sponsored people for 20 odd years now. Total obviously sponsored Grosjean and a lot of other teams as well. So you know, they're not all in there obviously, but there's some really good stuff in there in terms of like liveries and stuff. They did a great job with that. And obviously the Raven West livery is looking really smart this time. I don't think it's changed an awful lot from the first time, but you know, it's a nice livery. I'm glad they didn't change it too much, and it looks smart, and you know, everyone's going to be aiming to get the Raven West livery, as it just looks so much, you know, the sort of matte grey black colours is really kind of cool to race with them. So yeah, so to answer your question, yes, you can race with Monster Energy team, you can race with anyone, you know, any team you can see in the game, you'll be able to race with them, but it just depends, you know, what you choose in terms of like your age and stuff. Because someone actually left a comment, I don't know where it is, but someone left a comment saying Tiamat Marduk, obviously he's over 20, so I think the age range was 16 to 20, which is what I chose because I'm 18, but as Ben's I think 21, I think, or maybe not, he chose obviously the 21 option or above, and he got better team. So somebody's sort of just guessing, but saying that maybe if you're older, that the teams think you're better in a way, you've got more experience. So that's an interesting, kind of cool in a way that it works like that, but maybe in a way a bit annoying if you're, you know, a lot of the game is going to be the younger audience under 20. So to possibly, you know, to be you know, at a disadvantage for being younger. Well, that might get, you know, maybe that might be a bit annoying to some people, and I'm sure that's going to cause some sort of controversy somewhere. But overall, yeah, it's all right. It doesn't really make any difference to me. Not really a comment about the game, but I thought it was interesting. Nitro guy putting a comment saying it'd be cool to have a racing game where you start, you know, karts and go all the way through your racing life. So he said karting, Formula 3, GP2, or Formula Renault 3.5 to F1, then retire, make your own team, help your children through the ranks, and he just says finish it off as an 80-year-old, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, I really think that would be kind of cool. I don't know what sort of game it would be, whether it would be more like a F1 manager game or whether you'd be racing. But you know, I know what he's talking about. It'd be really cool to start off in karts. Maybe not Formula 3. I don't think many people go from karting to Formula 3. I know Max Verstappen did. A couple of people do, but I think normally people go into like Formula Renault 2.0 or Formula 4 or something like that. Formula what was it? Formula Ford. Sometimes people go into that. So I know what he means. It'd be really cool. You know, maybe you could leave a comment down below whether you would buy a game if it was just based around your racing life, starting in kart, then making the decision, going single seaters, GT, touring cars, drifting, I don't know, whatever. Maybe you know, open wheel in America, open wheel in Europe. It could be really cool. It could be really good. But I don't know whether they're personally gonna ever be a game like that. But it's it'd be interesting. I really do think that's good. That's a great idea, and maybe you can leave your comments down below if you'd said buy a game like that. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. Maybe you could leave what career you would do. So, you know, just say everyone starts off in karts. What would you do? Would you go from karts to Formula 3 to touring cars? Leave a comment down below. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see what you guys would do in that situation. Next up, somebody asking whether the game is really worth buying. Now, I thought this was an interesting comment, so I thought I'd answer it, obviously. So somebody asking, is this game worth buying? So, obviously that's a very good question, because a lot of people are going to be wondering this. I don't want to be, you know, beating around the bush about what I really think about this game. I mean, obviously I'm very thankful for Codemasters for letting me have an early access one, but I want to be giving you guys the truth. A couple of things that do still annoy me. The corner cutting thing, that, you know, maybe if you even just touch an apex of a corner, you get a corner cut, and that just really annoys me. Also, some of the cars drift about quite a bit, which is kind of annoying. Some of the GT cars still slide around a bit too much, in my honest opinion. And also the cockpits, I'm not sure whether that's the finished version, hopefully not, but it's really, it might be better not to have a cockpit in the game if that's what it's going to look like, just because it's all blurred out like Gran Turismo's did, and that wasn't good. That really annoyed a lot of Gran Turismo fans, and I really don't think it's a smart move on Codemasters' part if they do that. But yeah, I'm very thankful of them giving me a copy. But as I said, I want to give you an honest opinion on a couple of things that I'm a little bit annoyed about. But Lee did tell me that he'll be sending me a version or something a bit later on that has the option to take out the corner cutting or something. So I'm hoping to get some videos of that uploaded. It might be quite fun, you know, to see on the limit what sort of lap times you can get. You know, maybe going a bit over the edge on the curve and stuff, but overall it'd be quite cool. So overall, is it worth buying? I think you've got to shop around, and as always, I mean, a lot of people just stick to game, for example. Nothing wrong with game, but you want to be shopping around to try and find the best price. I mean, I know Alex Stott, a fellow F1 YouTuber, got his pre-order. I think it was £15 for PC, which is really good, by the way. I think it might have been like £12 or something. I sent him the link, and then I showed him what a bargain it was, so he bought that as a pre-order. So if you're looking for PC, you can get it really cheap. I can't remember exactly where it is, but at that guy in F1, a cheeky shout out for him. If you want to ask where he got it from, ask him on that on Twitter. I'm sure he'll let you know. That's for PC. In terms of what it is for console, let's do a live update as we a live search as we do it. Currently, on Shop 2, it's £34.85 for Grid Autosport for 360, and for PS3, I'll type in the same thing. I'm assuming it's going to be same price, 34.85. Yeah, 34.85 for all Grid Autosport for PS3. But the thing is, if you just type Grid Autosport into Google, and at the top you've got loads of different options, and go to shopping, and then you can go on there and you can find the best price Grid Autosport for you, whether you want the black edition or not. But I'm honestly thinking you're going to be able to find Grid Autosport for 360 for about £25 soon. I mean, let's have a look at cdkeys.com, I think, for the cheap Grid Autosport for PC. People, places like Zavi have it for about £40. So there's a big range of places that are selling this game. So it's worth buying, but definitely shop around. But don't just stick to your normal place of game, for example, or shop around. There are lots of places out there that are going to be selling it at different prices, but just find the right one for you. And if you're like me, I've bought stuff from Shop 2 for a long time, and I've got the sort of gold discount or whatever, so that gets me a couple of, I think about £2.50 off each game. So if you've got that, maybe it's worth getting it from Shop 2. But yeah, I don't know how I ramble on to this point, but yeah, let's move on to another thing that was left in the comment section. So I think the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is the couple of things I did with the D-pad. Where's the comment from Ali65450, leaving a comment saying he really hopes that the D-pad is implemented, the D-pad menu option is implemented into F1 2014. That's the one where you hit, say, left on the D-pad and it tells you where your teammate is or whatever. I can't remember which order it is. Where your teammate is, where you are, how far you are behind the leader, where your championship rival is or something like that. So yeah, I think that's really cool, and I really think that's going to be good to implement in the game. In F1 2014 as well, that would be really cool. I'm not sure how it would work though. Where's I don't know where my PS4 controller is. I don't know if it has any extra buttons on it in comparison to a 360 controller, but I was playing it on PC with the PS4 controller. A lot of people thought I meant PS3, but I did mean PS4. I was playing it on PC with the PS4 controller, and yeah, it was really, really smooth and nice. And with the D-pad, it works, really well. And I can't remember, there's something else. Oh yeah, the thing where you can make your teammates speed up and down. That would be quite cool in F1 2014 as well, if you are the #1 driver. And maybe if you're the #2 driver, you get set by the team or your teammate, the #1 driver, to slow down, speed up, overtake certain people. That would be quite cool. Maybe if you obey the team orders. I know it sounds so stupid. If you obey the team orders, then you get like an extra prize at the end or something. And I know this isn't an F1 2014 video, but having maybe a money reward and then having the money go towards something, maybe getting an extra seat or something, I don't know. But F1 2014 has a lot of possibilities, lots of great things coming to Grid Autosport, which will hopefully make it into F1 2014 as well. Finally, a lot of people asking about the release date. I'm sorry I answered quite a lot of those wrong. I said it came out on the 28th when it actually comes out on the 27th of June, so I'm sorry about that. But if you went to pre-order it, you probably would have realised that anyway, so I'm sorry about making that mistake to you guys. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you for really tuning in. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Luckily managed to win the championship as well, which is good. And next up, we're moving on to GTs. Not my favourite discipline, I have to say, but overall it wasn't too disappointing. Had quite a bit of fun on certain elements, but the second race in GT really didn't go to plan, and I really didn't enjoy it. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. But until next time, it's been Alex, and I'm out here. Goodbye.